What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube. I am so excited to be back. It's not that I took a break from posting. I did post a video yesterday, but yesterday was a rest day, and so now it feels awesome to be back and heading to the gym to get a crazy workout in. Today is a chest day, and I've been thinking about this chest day for the past 48 hours since I finished legs about 2 days ago. So today should be a good lift. It's kind of one of those things where you don't want to take a rest day, but you know that your body could use it. You kind of want to catch up with recovery on all your body parts. You want to be fresh. You want to be reset for the next 4 workouts. At least that's how my plan is. Even if I hit back like 3 days before the rest day, I still can kind of feel some sort of soreness if I didn't take a rest day and I went kind of straight back into the rotation of things. If I did that a ton, I think it would kind of lead to more soreness kind of building up all at once, and then I just don't recover properly. Something that I might start doing though a little bit is alternating rest days. So maybe I don't do a rest day every 4 days, but maybe I do 4 days, rest day, 4 days, and then I start another 4-day cycle instead of doing a rest day after each 4 days. So there's things in my own routine that I can kind of adjust. We will see how that goes based on my calories, because my calories are dropping right now. Currently, I'm at 3,000 calories. My morning weight this morning was 195 pounds, 6 feet tall. So kind of that's what you can think of when you see me pose down and I have a crazy pump. Just know that in the morning, I do not look like that. No one does. No one has a crazy pump 24/7. No one looks great in the morning when they look in the mirror. You look super flat. You look dehydrated because you are. And so that morning weight is not necessarily what I will be weighing when I show you guys like a pose down today. More than likely, I'll probably be sitting around 200 pounds when I do that pose down, just from a gallon plus of water already, plus all the food I've eaten today. I mean, I think I'm at somewhere near like 1,500 calories already today. So all that food is in my stomach still. All the water that I had this morning is in my body, in my muscles, all these things. So it's just one of those things where your morning weight is just a good way to tell where you're going, and it's a consistent weight, but you almost never are going to walk around at that weight. Like if you have breakfast, that pretty much is going to keep you at a higher weight for the rest of the day. So that's just something to remind yourself of, is that when you see me posing down, even if I'm leaner and I keep getting leaner and I keep getting lighter, whenever that pose down comes, it's pretty much going to be like the heaviest I'll weigh pretty much all day. All the water I possibly can, all the carbs are going to be around the workout. So that's something to keep in mind, is morning weight is just kind of what you track to know where you're at, because obviously if I weighed myself at noon every single day, some days I'm going to have a little bit more carbs, some days I'm going to have a little bit more water, and so my weight's going to fluctuate way too much, even if it's at that same time. Whereas if you weigh yourself after you go, like wake up every single morning right after you go to the bathroom, there's no outside factors, pretty much none, unless you have a late meal and you don't sleep like very long. If you're sleeping 7 hours and you're not drinking water in the middle of the night, your morning weight is going to be very consistent, at least from outside factors. There's going to be no outside factors that are really changing your weight. Oh no, you're up 3 pounds because you chugged water in the middle of the night. Like there's less of that. Whereas if I have an extra liter of water before I weigh myself at noon, I'm going to be way heavier. So if you are trying to fix your weigh-in habits, trying to track your weight more, because that's a big thing, especially if you're trying to lose weight, is tracking your weight very consistently. I like to do it pretty much day by day. and then I look at it on an overall like week by week basis to tell if I'm losing weight or not. But yeah, that's kind of my tips when it comes to weighing in, is always do it in the morning, always do it after the bathroom, and don't drink any water before you weigh yourself. You want to be as depleted and just like kind of what your body is, muscle mass, bones, skeleton, blood, all that stuff. You want that pretty much to be the only thing you're weighing every day. You don't want water, you don't want food, you don't want any of these things in that number, especially if you're trying to keep track and stay on a downward trend. But enough of that rant about weigh-ins and all that stuff. I'm gonna head to the gym right now, warm up, and then it is a chest day, so today is gonna be a crazy lift. I'm super excited for it. It might be a little bit busy because it's about 4:30 right now, and it's Tuesday when I'm filming this. You guys are seeing it tomorrow on Wednesday. But yeah, so it might be a little busy, but we're still going to get that work in, and I'm going to bring you guys along with it. So be ready for this crazy chest day right now. Alright guys, not sure how good the quality is on this video, but as you can see, I am at Costco right now. It might be a little shaky, but this is way later. I had a meeting right after the workout, so I wasn't able to film right away, but it is later tonight post meeting, and now I am at Costco grabbing two little things. I need ground turkey, and then I also need eggs for the mornings. So I just need those two things. That is kind of what this trip entails, and I figured I'd show you guys me coming to Costco and getting food, because that is pretty much half of the stuff I do outside of school and work and the gym. Is I come here and I buy food, because food is expensive, but I eat a lot of it. So even on a prep, that is where I am most of the time. So now I am heading over to grab the ground turkey. Sorry if the audio is a little messed up. Honestly, Costco is probably my favorite place to shop, because there's way too many things that I definitely don't need, but I like looking at them, and sometimes they catch me and I buy the stuff. So here is the ground turkey. This is the ground turkey I buy. It's like, I want to say it's like 6 pounds almost. Yeah, it's like a little over 6 pounds in each of those. And it's only like 25 bucks. So it's pretty cheap. It's only $3 a pound. So we're gonna get a bunch of that. So I just got 3 packages of all that. And then now I'm heading over to the eggs. All right, so before I head in there and get the eggs, I figured I'd look at the energy drinks aisle, see if there's any crazy deals. It looks like everything is full priced, so I will not be buying any energy drinks here, but something I might buy is diet soda. I'm looking at the Diet Dr. Pepper right now, and it looks really good, but I think I don't need it right now. I think I'm okay. I don't need the carbonation. I don't need the diet sodas just yet. That is something that will get brought in a little bit later when it comes to the prep, when it comes to the diet. That's something that can kind of come in later than most other things. So I feel like diet sodas are kind of like something I introduce when the calories are pretty low and I have like meals that are spaced out a little too long, and I need something to kind of keep me right there, keep me satiated, stuff like that. But I'm fine right now. I'm not hungry, which is a good thing. I don't want to be hungry yet. But let's see. Man, I could really spend forever in here. We love a good Costco trip. There's a million things here. If you guys don't come to Costco, A, it's like the cheapest groceries, especially if you eat a ton of food like I do. And B, it's also just really fun to walk around. They have some weird things here, but they're kind of fun to look at. Oh, here's actually something that when the diet gets really low, I'm gonna get these again, but not right now. But these things, are insane. They are protein bars that taste just like marshmallows. They're so good. I use them a ton in the last diet. I was kind of doing it a little wrong, and I was using it as like a full meal. It was like my breakfast pretty much. But that was when the calories were really low, so I think I probably wouldn't do that again. But as little snacks, I think those are super awesome. They're like 140 calories and 17 grams of protein, and they're super sweet. They're awesome. All right, guys, here are the eggs. I get 2 dozen eggs because I have about 4 a day, so it lasts me like 6 days. I usually get egg whites from here as well, but they are actually out of it right now, so I'm really glad that last time I was here I got extra egg whites, but I'm gonna have to keep stocking up on those because every other time I'm here they're out of them. But that pretty much wraps it up for this little Costco trip. I will see you guys in the car and kind of talk to you guys about what the rest of my night's gonna look like and wrap up the video then. So I'm gonna check out and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, made it back to the car after that Costco trip. I'm super unsure of how the audio sounded. If it sounded bad, then I might kind of edit it. Maybe I'll put some music over it or a voiceover or something. That is the first time I've ever filmed inside a store, kind of getting some of my groceries. But that is pretty much what most of my life entails, is it's cooking food, eating food, buying food, and working out. And then obviously school and work. But that is something that I kind of wanted to show you guys, just to walk around kind of some of the products I get. I'm pretty sure most Costco's probably have that ground turkey. It's $93.7 and it's only like $3.50 a pound. So when you compare it to ground beef that is near $7 a pound, it's a very good option if you can handle the taste, to substitute it with ground beef for sure. So that is kind of what I get. And eggs are a big thing that I've been trying to keep in to keep my healthy fats somewhat high, especially to help my hormones as the diet progresses. But yeah, that kind of ends up being what I eat most of the time. Obviously, there's carb sources like rice and potatoes that I didn't show you guys because I don't need any more right now. But that is pretty much most of my life are eggs, ground turkey, rice, and potatoes. But it's a good life to live. I don't have a problem buying the food, so that's a nice feeling to have, of course. In terms of the workout earlier, super solid workout. I felt a little bit weaker than I normally do. I also had to start off with a different pressing movement that I didn't show you guys. I didn't start with incline dumbbell. I started with a flat chest press machine kind of, and it was really good. I felt strong for that, but then I was so pumped up and like pretty fatigued for dumbbells that I had to go a little lighter on it. So I did that, and then I went ahead and did a decline pressing machine, which I didn't show you guys, but I've been liking it a lot more than the cable decline presses. So I've been doing that machine because I can load it up heavier and I feel like I can really focus on that lower piece of my chest. And then I went over and did chest flies, and then I did the upper chest flies, which you guys saw, as well as the lateral raises with just one side of the cable, doing lateral raises on that. So overall, I'd say a solid like 7 out of 10 chest day. The pump was crazy, but overall just like feeling and strength, I just kind of was a little bit out of it today. But mentality wise, I was in the gym. It felt good and I got what I needed to done. So in my books, that was a successful lift. It probably destroyed my chest more than I realize right now, but I'm super excited that I got that done today, and I'm even more excited for back tomorrow. But it is pretty late. Like I mentioned earlier, I had that meeting earlier today, right after the gym, and I was actually running late to it because I was looking at the crazy pump and filming it for you guys. But after that meeting, I went straight here to Costco and I started filming for you guys again. That's something that you kind of have to get used to when you're trying to make this content, trying to work out, and you have other obligations. Obviously, there's very few people out there that can actually commit 100% of their time to this. And as much as I want to commit all my free time I possibly have to it, it's not 100% of my time. So I commit to filming in this store, to filming later tonight, like right now, in exchange for me going to that meeting and getting what I have to done outside of content for you guys. But it is late. I have to go home, meal prep, and go to bed at a reasonable time. So I'm going to go home and do that. I also have 2 more meals to eat for the rest of the day. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to go home and edit this video right when I get home. And if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe and follow along for this journey. I'm only going to get leaner. I'm only going to get better at making content for you guys. And it's just going to be a crazy series to follow along with. And it would be awesome if you guys joined and subscribed and followed along for this prep, because we are just beginning. It is just starting, and it's only going to get crazier from here. But as I always like to end these videos off with, remember to chase your goals. They're no one else's goals. They're yours. Don't let anyone else tell you if they're worthwhile. Only you know if your goals are worthwhile, and put 100% effort into those goals. You can achieve it. I know you can. You know you can deep down, and to make people remember your name. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.